Okay, guys, so I had a couple of requests on how do I scan for stocks to trade spreads on. Um, and I finally got one set up, and it's actually not that complex. It just took me forever to put it together for some reason. But I do got it, and I have it ready. So I'm going to show you guys how to import it and then run the scan. So you can run it anytime, but because of one of the criterias, it's better to run either towards the end of the day or kind of like as your nightly scan for a trade to the next day. That's typically what I do. So um, here we go. I will share it, and once you get the little link, and it's going to be for Thinkorswim. So for those that don't have Thinkorswim, I am sorry. I don't have a scanner on E-Trade, Fidelity, or anything like that. But Thinkorswim is free to open, and you can do it that way. Anyways, so on your main page of Thinkorswim, you can go up to Setup and do Open Shared Item. You will then paste in the link that I will give you at the end of this lesson, and you just go ahead and hit Open. I believe it then gives you the option to save it. So you can say James Spread Scanner, whatever you are going to know it is, right? Then it'll be loaded into your Thinkorswim platform. You then jump over to the Scan tab up here, and on the second menu item, you would just hit Load Scan. You click that, then it'll bring up a menu to Load Scan, and then I believe it'll be under Personal, and then look for the one that you named. In this case, it's I have it named as Spread Option Scanner, and it's going to bring up my criteria that I use. Pretty much, it is just scanning in penny increment options, meaning that they're penny wide, not 5 cent wide. And I don't have it intersecting with anything, so it's pretty much all optional underlinings. And then really, it's just anything over $30. Anything below that, you might as well just trade the stock on. It's about the same. So I have it as a minimum of $30. This right here, the stock volume, is why I say usually end of day or at night, because I want to do over 750,000 in volume. So that way it's pretty much a liquid stock typically. And then open interest, I have it set to 100, so that you have, it's got some fairly liquid-ish options out there. If you rise it up, it's going to give you less and less, but there'll be more. And then I have the IV percent. This is what you guys need to find the reasonably high IV. And 30 is my low, and then 100 is the high. And this is something that you can change if you want to do a debit spread. You can change it to 0 and 25. And then it'll give you the ones that are on the low end to do a debit spread on. So these are the 4 criteria that I have. And just to show you, once you run the scan, okay, it's going to bring up, in this case, it brought 65 up. And I sort it by IV percentile. Okay, and then now I got the highest at the top, lowest at the bottom. If you don't have this in here, right, because this is your little column thing, you just go to the little gear right here and hit Customize. And this is your current list of what you have in here, open, last mark, change, volume. I don't really go off of most of these. I look at the volume and I look at the IV percent. But I don't like changing it in case you have other scans that you run as well. So just come down here and just hit I, and it'll bring you down to the IVs, and just click on it and hit Add Item, and it's going to bring it over. Okay, and now it's on, in your thing. Then hit OK, and there it is. And I actually like it. I don't know why it moved. It moved on me. I want it. You can put it in a different spot. I usually put it as number 1 because that's what I'm looking at. And then I have mark next just to see what the price of the stock is. So that's how I do it. If you make sure that you saved it, another thing that I like to do is to make it easier to scan through your stock, your charts, is this is the scanner, and you can look at it this way, right? But usually what I'll do is, since I have it saved at whatever I want, I jump over to Market Watch and I change this right here, this little drop down, I go to personal, and then I hit the scanner one, and it'll load in. And I do it at end of day because this updates and updates throughout the day, and it'll keep messing with you. So when the market's closed, I put it in here, right? And now, and I sort it, and I have this little link button to link it to a chart. And then all I have to do is just click it, and on my other window, it'll bring up that chart, and I can just go down and see if it's worth entering in or not, you know, to kind of determine, you know, the partial, am I going to go long or short or whatever. Okay, so that's how I do that. That's it. That's the scan. Quick and easy, and I run it every night just to see, you know, if there's any stocks that aren't on my current watch list that I have on Tasty Trade. And if I find ones I like, I add it to my main one, because I always go through this main one first. But that's it, guys. That's the quick and easy scanner that I use to find my stocks. So I'll get that. I'll get the shared. I'll post it in chat so you guys can do it right now. And then you want? Oh, you don't. I'm gonna share the link, Diego. Do you want? But hold on here. Let me find it. Alright, so that is the settings right there. But I'm going to share this as well. Oops, there it is over there. I'll rename this to James. Yeah, I made a video. It's actually still recording. James Spread Scanner. Alright, I'm going to stop the video so it's not too long here.